LeBron James and Kevin Durant are two of the most popular basketball players in the world. Both of them are generational talents, the kind that you don't usually see together in the league in the same time period. In our video today, we'll talk about how much we love James and Durant facing off against each other and why we haven't been able to witness the two of them square up since 2018. First things first, head-to-head matchups between James and Durant are precious. Kevin Durant and LeBron James are two of the most entertaining players in the NBA. In many ways, the two are quite similar to each other. Both of them are ruthless on the basketball court and have a no-nonsense attitude on the court as well. Both of them have a very competitive nature and have the knack of rising up in the pressure moments. If you give us a choice that we can pick any two players to ball us out in a high-pressure situation, James and Durant would be the two players we would pick. James and Durant facing off against each other in the league have always been a special occasion, as both of them are capable of putting up a show all on their own. They're both dominant players and have exceptional technical ability. They're both big guys but move on the court with such agility that even the younger players in the NBA can't match. When LeBron faces Durant, one thing is guaranteed: you'll get a good game of basketball. As they say in the world of sports, KD and LeBron are one-off talents. Being a one-off talent means that there wasn't a player like them before them, and there won't be a player like them after them. Sometimes we wonder how lucky we are that we've been able to witness two such talents in the league at the same time. It almost feels too good to be true at times. Next up, it's been a long time since we saw LeBron and Durant square up. Some of the battles we've seen when James and Durant have gone up against each other in the past have been memorable, to say the least. For the last few years, memories are all that we've had to survive on. The Nets were scheduled to take on the Lakers on the 13th of November, 2022, as we thought that we might finally be able to witness the two of them play against each other. But that's not how it turned out, as James had to sit the game out with an injury problem. It was the latest in the series of games between Durant's and James's teams that one of them has missed. The last time James and Durant played against each other in the NBA was all the way back in 2018 when they faced off against each other on Christmas Day as the Lakers defeated the Warriors with a dominating display. Even though James had to leave the game earlier than expected, the Lakers still had enough firepower to cruise to a victory. Since then, we've been waiting and waiting to see the two of the NBA's greatest ever talents share an NBA floor. For one reason or another, whenever their teams have to face each other, one of them gets an injury that keeps him out of the game. Makes us wonder that we should have cherished it more when we got the chance to see them play against each other in the past. Moving on, a new chapter in the LeBron-Durant rivalry. Both LeBron and Durant have shared an intense rivalry since the former Oklahoma City Thunder forward made his move to the Golden State Warriors. The rivalry between LeBron's Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors got to an all-time high when the two teams faced off against each other in 4 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors already had a superior team when they acquired Durant in 2016. With his acquisition, LeBron's task got even harder as his Cavaliers side lost 3 out of the 4 finals they played against the Golden State Warriors. However, it looked like a new chapter was ready to be written when LeBron faced off against Durant's Warriors after making his move to the purple side of Los Angeles, a chapter that began with LeBron and his Lakers on the front foot. However, it's been exactly 4 years since that game in 2018, and we're yet to see the two face off against each other. It's been a really frustrating time for those who have loved the two forwards square off against each other over the last 10 to 12 years. Make no mistake, we definitely consider ourselves lucky to have witnessed the two playing at such an elite level for this long, but we genuinely feel that the NBA has missed out on an interesting chapter in the rivalry between the two. Next, details of the missed matchups between LeBron and Durant since 2018. Since that game on Christmas Day in 2018, LeBron and Durant could have possibly played against each other 14 times in the NBA, if we include the preseason games. However, in each of those 14 times, either one of the two has missed out due to an injury problem. First, it was LeBron in early 2019, who missed out on 3 possible games between the two. This was due to the continuation of the groin injury that he picked in the pair's last game against each other in December 2018. Then it was Durant's turn in the next 4 potential matchups between the two. He had an Achilles problem, which kept him out of the next 4 meetings between the Nets and the Lakers in 2019 and 2020. Then in 2021, 5 days before Brooklyn was set to take on the Los Angeles Lakers, Durant re-aggravated his left hamstring. The problem with his hamstring also kept him out of the NBA All-Star Game, where he was set to face up against Team LeBron. Durant returned from his injury before it was the Nets' turn to host the Lakers in Brooklyn in April of 2021, only for the Lakers man to miss out on the game with a severely severely sprained right ankle. So it's been a frustrating time for the fans who loved to see the two of them play against each other. That frustration has continued this season as well, with LeBron missing out when the Lakers took on the Nets in November. Continuing on, injuries are an inevitable reality. There are a lot of challenges that you need to overcome to become a professional athlete, especially if you're planning on taking part in an elite sport like basketball. Playing basketball requires your physical and mental best, and a career of 10 to 12 years at the top level can take a lot out of you. Apart from the challenges of making it to the NBA and proving your ability as a player, you also need to remain in perfect shape. All professional athletes dread injuries, but it's a reality that everyone has to accept. You won't find a single athlete in the world who has played at the top level for more than 2 to 3 years and has never had any injury problems. With age, like in the case of LeBron and Durant, your susceptibility to injuries increases. As the demands of high-level sports start taking a toll on your body, you tend to get more injuries than you used to in the earlier part of your career. With the age that LeBron and Durant are at, we don't expect their injury problems to go away. The frequency of their injuries might increase with time, if anything. As fans of the game, we will just have to get used to it with time. However, we still hope to see at least a few more matchups between LeBron and Durant before one of them eventually walks out of the game. Moving on, LeBron thinks Kyrie's suspension was excessive. Arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, LeBron James has shared his thoughts on his former teammate Kyrie Irving's suspension by the Brooklyn Nets. The four-time NBA champion suggests the former Cleveland Cavaliers point guard was made to jump through too many hoops in order to get back onto the basketball court after his controversial post on Twitter. The Nets point guard posted a link on his Twitter to a movie that was based on an apparently anti-Semitic book, which obviously caused an uproar on social media and throughout the NBA. The Nets responded by suspending Kyrie without pay after he initially refused to apologize for his tweet. Later, it was revealed that the Nets put up some very strong conditions for Kyrie to satisfy before he could return to playing basketball for the Nets. These conditions included donating a specific amount of money to charity, taking training on sensitivity and anti-Semitism, and meeting with Jewish leaders. Lastly, LeBron says Kyrie Irving is not the man he's being portrayed as. LeBron and Irving shared a great partnership together during their time with the Cleveland Cavaliers, where they won a championship in 2016. And it looks like the King is still watching out for his former teammate. LeBron has always been someone who never shies away from speaking what's on his mind. He expressed that the treatment dished out to the Brooklyn Nets point guard is unfair. LeBron took to Twitter where he said that he has always been against sharing things that can be hurtful to others, and that's how he's always going to feel. But he stressed that since Kyrie has apologized now, he should have been allowed back into the team. He said that the Nets should definitely have worked with Kyrie to help him learn what's acceptable and what's not, but they shouldn't have stopped him from playing. He said that the things Kyrie was being asked to do were quite a lot. He also mentioned that Kyrie was being portrayed in the media as someone who he's not. LeBron was not the only one who had this opinion about Kyrie's situation. There was criticism from other places as well, claiming that the point guard was being treated more harshly than some other people who have been caught up in discriminatory controversies in the past. And that's where we'll end our video today. Where do you rate the rivalry between LeBron and Durant in the all-time list of rivalries in the NBA? Does LeBron have a point in saying that Kyrie was treated too harshly? Don't forget to let us know in the comments section. Please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for all the latest news in town. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.